She's a runaway.
Baby.
You are better than me. Love don't live here anymore.
Just a vacancy. Love don't anymore. Love don't live here anymore.
Just emptiness and memories of what we had
Before
we away. On another place to stay.
another home.
You are better than me. Love don't live here anymore.
What's up, my people? What's up, my people? What's up, my people? Sup? Okay, so yeah, we here on some new update kind of stuff over here. Talking about this carbonation, Alicio Bishop. Well, unless you've been under a rock for the last 9-10 days, last almost 2 weeks, you would know that Dr. 3 is sitting on cell block H right about now. And his striped scrubs, his striped gel fatigues, and flip flops, pushing 3, 3, 3. And right now he's pushing threes, and spitting his knowledge to the cinder blocks. Getting his feet massaged by the county flip-floppage. His feet hugged by the dingy white socks that was worn by his ancestors. Right now, his hair is probably being suppressed on the metal bedding and the styrofoam pillow that rests beneath his thinning head, revealing the thin spots he so desperately sought to hide out of desperation with the braids and the black barber spray. The black barber marker that so delicately traces the hairlines that one once knew. So at this point, all he has to write with is a lead pencil and I guess some old newspapers recycled into prison scraps or doodling. All of the knowledge that he has stolen from the internet and suppressed upon his oppressors. And just as if it sounds like I am talking poetic gibberish, I probably am. But seriously, folks, the truth of the matter is that our boy, Nature Boy, our boy, no, he ain't none of my boy. I don't know why I just said that lie. The man called Nature Boy, the bro called Nature Boy, sitting on a ton of bricks right now on a middle bed, and his life flashing before his eyes as he calls a phone that is probably disconnected right now because Jody got his bag and gone. Jody, have you seen my Jody? Have you seen my Jody? His treasurer. His treasurer. His digital media specialist, Musa. His lyricist, Pice. They have all abandoned ship. Isn't it ironic how they up and left with the bag just days before said group is said to be evicted, homeless? Where will they pitch their tents come Saturday morning? It is alleged that he took the money. That's what it's alleged. That he took the money and ran off to Mexico, along with Musa and Pice. I have yet to see Pice in any of the videos, but I've seen Musa in one or so. But he is said to have taken the PPP money that everybody, 10 of them, while they were in Philly, allegedly applied for PPP loans. Well, we know they applied for the PPP loans because we saw the paperwork, right? But they said that it was allegedly $200,000. He was supposed to give Mente $100,000, and he was going to keep the rest. But yet, I'm gonna tell you why I don't necessarily believe that there was $200,000 remaining. Because just about 2 weeks ago, they were saying that they were $3,000 in the negative. Now, although I believe that Nature Boy did have monies set aside for whatever the case may be, but because he is selfish, it was probably enough for him to accomplish what he wanted to accomplish. But we're talking about, they were saying they didn't have enough to retain a lawyer for him. And he's using a public defender. Not to mention that they have been living off of that $200,000 for some time now. If you remember, if everybody remember, that money started coming in when he and the wives were in Puerto Rico, and the guys were living separately from them in the garages. And when he sent Nine and the other young lady that left, the heavy set, I can't think of her name, but when he sent them off and kept sending F-Rue back and forth, and he was living with the women in Puerto Rico, and they were on yachts and living the life of Riley, eating out every day and all this and that. You remember they were spending money then. They were spending big money. Flying here and he was flying them back and forth to Atlanta every weekend. Then he left and went there and paid all that money down to get into the house they were renting. And so they've been living off of that $200,000 for a minute. There was probably some money left. And then the money that he had coming in from cash apps and Bigo and all these other things that they were doing. Because people were still and are still supporting them. And it's alleged that that Solar or Brother Lovey Love, is still intercepting any donations that have been coming in. And you remember that one of their cash app names was Musa. It was Musa's cash app. So, I mean, it would make sense if he's the treasurer in Musa's cash app and they got everybody's debit cards and everything else like that. But there's a way you can get around that. You know what I'm saying? You can get your debit card replaced, or yeah, it's gonna take a little time. I mean, you need an address to send it to, but for the most part, you know. But they're saying that they busting cap. Eventually, it's going to dissemble. I mean, there's some people that have already left. And these are people that were supposed to be the heaviest supporters. The ones you seen massaging his back and feet and kissing his butt and allowing him to slap him, getting slapped for feeding him strawberries and all this kind of thing. And when they asked them, how do you feel? When they were interviewed after leaving, asked them how you feel. Musa said, I feel free. He said, I feel free. Love said, I feel like I should have been doing this. I should have been pushing me. Pushing me is pushing 3. I should have been out of that. And people are thinking that just because he's locked up, I made this decision. No, I said I wanted to do this before it came to that. And you was too scared, I guess, to do it. So now you're doing it on your own kind of type thing. But you took the money and you left. You left True and or Ace, Baby True, because they changed Ja's name to Baby True. Ace, Baby True, Sheba, Efru, Aya. All the rest of them. Zoka, Malia, Jax, Loyal, Juju. You left them all behind, taking their parts of this money, allegedly, to do you and to start your own thing. And when you actually hear them talk, every one of them sound manipulated. They sound mentally incapacitated. They sound mentally incapacitated. They all sound like they got some mental issues going on. Talking a bunch of nonsense, a bunch of stuff that doesn't make sense. Their logic, their journey, their mission, their goals and they change every time the wind changes direction. When he was when Solar was asked about Zoka, He deflected. He was asked would he accept her if she came, and he said well, she would have to accept herself. He's not trying to take responsibility for anyone at this point. He's not trying to take responsibility for anyone. He doesn't want that responsibility. He said he's going to go and live out and do his little thing in Mexico. Then he was going back to California, and whatever he can do for Nature Boy, he can do it from where he at. He doesn't have to be there with them. He also made a statement that said that Zoka, according to Nature Boy, is far gone mentally. See, this is the problem that I have with Eliseo Bishop. When he accepted those people into his compound and told them they no longer need those medications, that he will heal them, he hurt them. Because Zoka needs to be medicated. You can look at Zoka until she's zoned out. And then once they were off balanced chemically, he tried to beat balance into them. But that didn't correct the problem. It only made it worse. You can't beat a sick person well. These people are mentally ill. He kept them debilitated to the point that he could control them. He needed them sick. He needed them to be broken so that he could control them. And he broke them down to nothing to make them believe that he was everything. And those are the ones that he left behind. The ones where truly have nowhere else that they feel they can go. People like Aya, Zoka, Ace, Loyal, even Juju, Jax. These people are mentally ill and they need help. They need so much help they don't even realize the help that they need. And they have been taught that the system is against them. So anybody that reaches out to them to try to help them, a doctor, a therapist, a psychologist, a social worker, um, police authorities, anybody that tries to reach out and help them, they feel is the enemy. They feel that they're only trying to further debilitate them. He has taught them that these things of the system is white supremacy. But what does white supremacy have to do with a black man beating on you every day? What does white supremacy have to do with this 6'2", 3, 200 some odd pound man beating and pounding on you every day? He's supposed to be your protector, your strength, your guidance. But he's doing everything except for that. And then he deprives them of food, energy. And that further breaks the mental system down. Being deprived from food and sleep. A person that has gone without sleep for 4 days is equivalent to a person that's been drinking alcohol all night long. You can't function like that. Your body wants to react to the way that it feels at the time, which is it hunger and craves for food and sleep. And if sleep comes first, that's what comes first. And when you are deprived from food for so long, your body begins to reject it when it does receive it. So our people, when they eat and they eat fast, after not eating for a while, they get sick and regurgitate. And when people run off, when they have had no sleep, they're running off of adrenaline. So the body is using what little energy they have stored up. And once that energy burns, once the carbs burn off as energy, they begin to burn fat as energy. And then they begin to lose weight. And their body goes into a ketosis state. And it continues to lose weight and lose weight and lose weight and lose weight. And the little bit that they do eat is storing it for energy. The body is burning it automatically. That's why they get so skinny so quick and so easy. Because they are malnourished. But these people are not only malnourished, they're neglected mentally, physically, and emotionally. Give me 1 second. Give me one. Give me 1 second, y'all. All right, thank you. These people have been malnourished, mentally deprived, uh, put in closets, in corners, made to do calisthenics. All of this as a form of control. So that when they are treated nice, when he smiles at them, if you look at some of the videos, you'll see him smiling and joking, and they don't even know whether they should smile back or not. They don't know whether they should laugh or not, because if they laugh, he's going to say, "What you laughing for? There's nothing funny. Get in the corner." It's tormenting. When he trains them, had them against the wall and making them stand up slew foot at attention and then kneel, and if you don't do it in sequence, and you get slapped, he makes another one slap you. It's humiliating. He publicly humiliates them. It's sick. But now that they have some sense of freedom, some liberties, it's like when the parents are gone out of town and left the kids with keys to the car and the credit card, oh my gosh, they are going wild. It's like leaving a group of kids home alone and somebody left the door open, the keys to the car, and money in the safe. They are going to have a great time. You have some of those kids that sit back and say, I'll be sitting right here when mama gets home. I'm telling daddy on you. And they will sit and sit and sit until the walls cave in. But those other kids, they're out to see the world. It's a wrap. And this is what you have. But at some point, come Friday, if they don't find shelter, what is going to happen to these individuals that depend on this man to tell them every move they should make, every step they should take, every breath, everything they should eat, what they should wear, how they should walk, how they should respond? They don't have that. And True is probably even more militant than Nature Boy. So if he's the next in command or the next in charge, or what, it's even worse if they are bowing to him. He's already been known to take Sheba and bash her face into a wall, to bash her head into the wall. He was already beating on her, blacking her eyes and swelling her lips up and all this and that. And she's tiny. And I feel terrible for that baby because he said he's raising his baby to do the same thing he does. Serve Nature Boy. Oh, but honey, glory be to the almighty, righteous, and true God that lives in heaven. I am so glad that this man is finally incarcerated. And one could only pray that he's going to be there for a very long time. And the one that should be next is Angela, Miss Daddy Girl herself. You're next. You are next. Whether it's a facade or not, it's sick. It is not okay to perpetuate the actions that these people perpetuate on social media, and our children, our daughters and sons are watching. It's not okay. It's not okay that even if she may be pretending that she's beating on these women and whooping on these women, she's not really beating on them or whipping on them. And they're calling her daddy, God, and all of this foolishness. It's not okay. And you are next. You are next. There was a song that we sang in the church I came up with under the late Bishop William L. Bonner. I will make the darkness light before thee. All your battles I will fight before thee. What is wrong, I'll make it right before thee. And the high places I'll bring them down. When thou walkest by the way, I'll lead thee. All the fatness of the land I'll feed thee. and the mansions in the sky. I'll deed thee, but the high places I'll bring them down. Think about that. God would not have another God before him. Any idol gods, any people that say that they are God, misleading God's people, perpetuating falsehood, foolishness, darkness, God's going to bring you down. It's just a matter of time. I'll be back a little bit later. Just wanted you guys to have something to chew on for a little while. Please like, share, and support this channel. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and also to my other channel, Trash Talk 22, Trash Talk Alley 22. That's Trash Talk Alley 22. Subscribe to both channels. Like the video, share, and support. I appreciate it. Love you on purpose, and ain't nothing you can do about it. Later for now. And the mansion in the sky, how deep thee, and the high places, how bring them down. When thou walkest by the way, I'll lead thee on the fatness of the land. I'll feed thee, and the mansion in the sky, I'll lead thee by the high places, I'll bring them down.